What is the key to setting up a good one-on-one meeting after networking events? That question has been asked to me for many, many years. There are some important things to think about because the last thing you want to do is go on one-on-one meetings that waste your time. You've all had them, and you know that the last thing you want to do is go and spend an hour with someone that has nothing to help you with and nothing for you to help them with. So what we have found is that there's a 10-minute conversation prior to that one-on-one meeting that is incredibly valuable. And a lot of people blow it off and they don't do it. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how to lay down this 10-minute conversation so that you make the best out of every one-on-one meeting that you have. The first thing is continue to build a rapport. Get into that conversation for 5 or 10 minutes, ask some great questions, really try to understand their business, what they're looking for, and how you might be able to help each other. The second thing is set a strong agenda. And I'd like to take a couple of minutes and just go through what are the critical elements to setting a strong agenda before the meeting so that it's not a waste of time. Everybody wants to make good use of their time. It's your most valuable asset. Before getting into the 5 steps of the agenda, it's important to ask their permission. Is it okay to set an agenda? Get them to buy in that an agenda would be a good idea. Making the best use of their time for everybody is a good idea. So they'll agree to an agenda. There are 5 steps. Number 1, establish the time. Are we meeting for an hour? And if so, let's meet for the hour. The worst thing you want to have happen is an hour-long meeting ends up being 2 hours, or it ends up being 15 minutes. All right, we want it to be the hour that we discussed. We also want it to be uninterrupted. So I might ask, would it be all right if during our meeting we shut our phones down, just so we have some uninterrupted time? Of course, they'll be happy to do that. The second part of the agenda is establishing what the purpose is. Do you know why you're there? Do they know why you're there? If no one knows why they're there, why are you there at all? We have to understand what the purpose is. And I like to say the purpose is to see that there's a fit, to see that there's a reason for us to do business or strategically partner with each other. Is that how you see it? And get to understand that they feel the same way. The third step is asking them questions and setting up what my expectations are. They are that I'd like to ask you questions, really understand your business and you personally, get to know you better. And so we need them to understand what we're going to be doing is asking questions. On the same note, we want to know what their expectations are. What do you want to know about me? What do you want to get out of this meeting? We should know that up front before we go out and meet them. The last thing is the outcome. What should the outcome of this meeting be? Shouldn't we determine at the end of the meeting that it's a yes, we want to do something together? It could be strategic partnering, it could be business. We should know what a next step is, and we should establish that there will be one. Or there is no next step. We're not a fit for whatever reason, and we should just say it's a no or it's not a fit, and we should go our own separate ways and just stay friendly and call it a day. The problem is you try to do something with everyone when that's just not realistic. So I think it's important up front to set up those expectations, to set that agenda, and know that at the end of the meeting, you've got something solid, or you don't have to worry about following up with it. It's probably just okay for both parties to just say goodbye. And that's the key to setting up an effective one-on-one meeting.